Hello friends and welcome to Marie Green Yoga here on YouTube. And today we have reached day 19 in our PilatesFusion 30 days series. So welcome, and we are going to do some glutes, some rotators, some obliques, transverse abdominals, and then after this session we will head on over into a yoga practice where we will go and work our way into a wild thing and use all the parts that we are going to work on right here and right now. So let's come on to our backs, and we'll start with pelvis clock first to untie knots in the lower back, in the sacral region, hip flexors. So let's lay down onto our backs. Also, a side note, you might want to have 2 blocks handy by for one of our exercises today. So here we are onto our backs. Hands nice and long next to the hips. We have our hips, our knees, and our ankles lined up in a nice, even hips, knees, ankle, second toe, hip widths apart. So from here, let's take and pull the belly button in and come to the 12 o'clock spot on the top middle ridge on our sacrum, right into the lowest of our back. And then we'll take an anterior tilt and come to 6 o'clock. And then we'll come to our 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. And as always, the only thing that is moving our sacrum plate and hips at this point is our lower abs. They are contracting, holding on, elongating. And then here we keep on going for another 10 here. And really working through that sacral plate, working through with the lower abs and contracting the space from the pubic bone to belly button. We'll do another 6. Maybe there's things going on in our SI joint, which is what we're doing this for, to untie knots and make it nice and even in the lowest of our back. Let's do another 2 here, 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. And then from here, take your left heel outside of your mat and have the knee in a nice kind of 45-degree angle and leave it there. And then we're going to go down to 5 o'clock and 11 o'clock and 5 and 11. So it will be in a diagonal work and stretch and elongation and contraction at the same time for the lower abdominals and our diagonal ligaments and tendons around our hips. And certainly everything is more or less involved here, but abs is what's working, and we are opening pathways and strengthening and lengthening at the same time in towards our sacral region, hip flexors, and rotators. We go 5 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and the knee stays in the same kind of angle the whole time. It's just a push for the femur that kind of moves out and in from the movement of the lower abs into the hips. Let's do 4 more, 5 and 11 and 5 and 11 and 5 and 11 and last one and 11. And then we'll take our feet hip widths apart, take the right heel outside of our mat, 45-degree angle with our knee, and then we'll go up to 1 o'clock and we'll go to 7 o'clock, 1 o'clock and 7 and 1 and 7 and 1 and 7. So opposite diagonal direction. Inhaling and exhaling and inhaling and exhaling. And we keep on going here. Maybe there is some spontaneous adjustments into our lower back, sacrum, SI joint, rotators. The abs are working nice and tight to move our hips in a diagonal version. 1 and 7, and 1 and 7, and 1 and 7, and 1 and 7. We'll do another 8 here, and 7 more, and 6 more as we just let the heel kind of go out and come back in onto the mat from the movement of our hip. 3 more, and we'll do 1, 2 more of our diagonal from 1 to 7. 1 more, and a last 1. That was a few extra, like a little bonus. Feet back into like a triangle version. So we have hips, knees, ankles, second toe, arms nice and long. Come to 12 o'clock, and then we're going to roll the sacrum around and roll it around and hit all the spots onto the sacrum. Lower abs are nice and engaging the whole way through, not glutes, not quads or hamstrings, just lower abs. 2 more loops around. Knees are nice and steady up towards the sky, and 1 more loop around. And then from here, we'll take the second direction, taking it counterclockwise, or maybe it's clockwise for you. We'll take a loop around, finding the 3 ridges of the sacrum and looping it around. And we'll keep on going. And we'll do another 3 here, tracing the sacrum, and 2 more loops, and 1 more all the way around. And then from here, as we come back to 12 o'clock, we'll come back to neutral spine, hands on the base of our femurs, and push the femurs slightly away. And then knees into the chest, sacrum down, shoulder blades down, hands under the knees. We're going to roll our way up and come to tabletop, please. And from here, cat and cow. So take and spread your fingers nice and wide. Second finger forward, knees and hips are stacked, toes can be untucked, and pull the belly button in, top of the head towards the mat. And inhale and exhale, cat and cow. Pull the belly button in, engage the front side, and elongate. And exhale, press hands, knees, and toes down. And 2 more right here. Inhale, exhale, big full, hugging in on the front side, expanding back body, and extending. We'll do 1 more. Push the hands, knees, and toes down. Extend the back body by hugging the front side strongly in. And then we'll come to neutral. Come down onto your forearms. Bring your legs together. You can tuck your toes under, flex your right leg up, and we're going to tip it back down and back up. And tip it down and squeezing on the top. So we get our leg floor width, horizon level, tabletop, tabletop. You choose. Squeeze the glutes and the hamstring as you go up and as you go back down, and hold the front side nice and tidy and supportive for elbows and shoulders to be stacked, and for hips and knees to be stacked. We'll do another 8 here, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4 more, and 3 more, squeezing the glutes as you go up. 2 more, and then we'll hold it up here and pulse and pulse and pulse, and keep on pulsing. And lift the belly button in and up. Take weight off of your left hip. We'll do another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the leg up. Take your left forearm down and the right hand comes on the mat. And then we'll circle the right knee down, out to the side. Big wide circles. And we inhale and exhale. Keep on circling, squeezing in towards the glutes, rotators. And we'll keep on going for another 4 here. And 3, a little extra lift on the top. 2 more. And last one. Take it back down, untuck your toes, sit back for your child's pose, feet, knees together. And then we'll come back up to tabletop and come to our second side. Forearms down onto the mat. You can untuck your toes and then lifting your left leg up and bringing it back down and back up. You can tuck your toes, you can untuck your toes, anything that feels good for your right knee. Dropping the left knee and squeezing it back up, holding the front side, palms together, elbows and shoulders are stacked, and we give a nice good squeeze for all of our glutes on the way up and lower abs too. And we'll do another 8 here. We lower and lift and squeeze on the way up, and lower, lift and squeeze, and give it a good squeeze at the very top, all of the glutes, lower abs. Another 4, another 3, and another 2 here, and 1 more. We'll take it back down and up and hold it up here, and pulse and pulse, pulse and pulse, pulse, and keep on pulsing for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your right forearm down, left hand on the mat to drop your knee down and up and around, and knee down and up and around, and up and around, and a big wide circle, holding on to the obliques, transverse abdominals, moving our rotators and our glutes. We keep on going. Another 4 here, and another 3, and another 2, and last one. Child's pose, legs together, arms forward. Sit back down. And then we're going to come onto our left side. So forearm down, taking our knees and taking them into tabletop, right hand behind the head, and focusing on glutes and rotators, side body. Right and left side is equally long, and we lift up and back down, and up and squeeze, and back down, and up and give it a squeeze, and back down. And the right elbow is up towards the sky, the rib cage, holding super strong together, binding the muscles together. And we'll do another 5 here, and another 4, and another 3, and another 2 here. And then we'll hold it up and pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse, pulse and pulse. Another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it. And then 5 circles with the knee up here, and detail into rotators. And after the 5th one, we circle the knee the opposite direction and stirring into the right hip. And we'll do another 3 and 2 and 1, and take the leg back down. Make a fist out of your right hand. Give yourself a little kind of squeeze into the little it's a little dimple where our glutes and rotators Makes a little nice place where we can put the fist in, or if we have massage balls, we can put them there too and release into lower back should we need it. Take the right forearm down, lift the side body, left hand behind the head, and lift the rib cage, and then we come into second side, lifting and lowering and lifting and lowering, squeezing on the way up and holding on as we release back down, lifting and lowering, knee is stacked over knee as we come back down, lifting and lowering, and lift and lower and lift and lower. Another 8 here, and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2, and hold it up here and pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse. Side body long. Another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold your leg up here. 5 circles with the knee originating from the rotators, from the glutes, and another 3 and 2 and 1, and second direction, rolling that left knee, another 3 and 2, and last 1, and take your leg back down. Come to tabletop, find your 2 blocks or without 2 blocks. Maybe you have a 5-pound weight, 3 or 5-pound weight at home. Maybe you take that into your right hand. We're going to put our hands onto the blocks to start, and then take your right hand and hold on to the block, and we'll move more into the side body to our obliques, transverse abdominals. Pull the belly button in, take the right arm out to the horizon, and then we thread the needle underneath and take it back out and underneath, and bringing it back up and targeting the whole lateral side of the right belly area, underneath and bringing it back out and underneath and back out and underneath and back out, and giving it a little hold on each kind of under and the lift. Another 4 here, and another 3, and another 2, and 1 more, and then we'll take it all the way back down, and placing your right hand onto the block, left hand holding onto the block or a weight, or making a fist. You don't have to hold on to anything if there's nothing nearby, but if you happen to have it, take it into your left hand. Lift that left arm up to the horizon and underneath, and all the way up to the horizon and underneath, and check that we're doing a little hold at the top and a hold at the bottom, and we'll keep on going, and underneath and to the side and underneath and to the side and under and back out. Another 4 here, working the side of the waist. Another 3 and another 2 and 1 more, and we hold it, and then we'll put it back down. Excellent. Come onto your back, please. We'll have the blocks close by. I'm going to use 1 block between the knees, so have one that you can easily take a hold of. Taking our shoulder blades on the mat, the back of the head onto the mat, Take the block between the inner knees, squeeze the block, hands behind the head. We have arrived to chest lifts. Pull the belly button in and elbows slightly up, shoulders away from ears, and we lift and lower and lifting and lowering and lifting and lower and lift and lower and exhale and inhale. Squeeze the block. Exhale and inhale, and keep that lower back into the mat as we go through our chest lifts. And lower and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower. And we keep on going and holding a little bit on to the top and a little bit on to the bottom. We'll do 4 more here, and then we're going to add on a little pulse at the top. 2 more. Exhale and inhale, squeeze your block, and exhale and inhale. Take it up and pulse it for 3. 3, 2, 1, and back down and lift back up. And pulse 3, 2, 1, and back down and pulse for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back down and pulse for 3 and 2 and 1, and lower. Pulse for 3, for 2, for 1, and lower, and 3 and 2 and 1, and lower. 4 more, 2 and 1, and lower. 3 more, 3, 2 and 1, and back down, and 3, 2, 1. 1 more here. 3 and 2 and 1, and all the way back down. And then from here, keep your block. Take your thumbs underneath your sacrum, the 6 o'clock spot, and the back of our wrists, forearms are supporting the glutes so that we can find that scoop and have the lower back in the mat. And we'll squeeze the block and we lift and heels down and lift and heels down. And we have our lower back in the mat. 6 o'clock spot is into the mat, and knees are lowering and lifting. Shoulders are relaxed, and we lower and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift. Squeezing the block, targeting lower abs, the medial side of the body. Lower and lift and lower and lift. And another 8 here, and 7 and 6 and 5 more and 4 more and 3 more and 2 more here. And then we'll take that block to the side, feet down, and take the block to the side. Take your knees into the chest, make circles onto the sacrum. Inhale and exhale 1 direction each way, and then hugging it all the way in. We'll conclude with our series of 5 and see how that feels today. Take a block underneath your head, or keep your head on the mat, or keep your head lifted. The block is there to help us to relax into our shoulders and focus on the core. Bring the knees to the chest, scoop the belly button in, chin in, right knee in, left arm inside, and double pulse and switch. And double pulse, switch, 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 double pulse, switch. 2 more, switch, and 1 more. And both knees to chest, hands by ankles, and extend arms and legs. Circle your arms, hands by ankles, and inhale and circle and keep the lower back into the mat, 6 o'clock spot. Knit the ribs together. Exhale and inhale, lengthen, and exhale, contract the abdominals. Inhale, lengthen, and hold on to the abdominals. Exhale and inhale and exhale. Inhale, we'll do 2 more here. Circle arms, exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale. Right leg up, single leg stretches, double pulse, switch, double pulse, switch, double pulse, switch, double pulse, double pulse, double pulse, double pulse, double pulse, and double pulse. Another 4 here, and 3, and 2, and last one. Bring your hands underneath your sacrum, double leg stretches or double leg drops. Legs comes down and up to where you are comfortably, still holding on to the front side, scooping lower belly, and we lower and we lift and we pull from pubic bone to belly button to sternum. Lower and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift, and 3 more and 2 more. Lower back in the mat, and last one. We lower and lift and take our knees into tabletop. Take the block behind the head and take your head onto the mat. Keep the block up, long arms, fingers, and then we bicycle. The last in the series of 5. And bicycle, and bicycle, and bicycle. And nice big movement with the legs. And our 12 o'clock spot is into the mat. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to chest. Take the block to the side and let's roll all the way up and take a downward facing dog. Pedal the right and the left heel out. Press the palms. Lift the upper arm bones. Stretching to your calves, the back of the legs. Pull the belly button in. And come up onto the toes and down on our knees. And we have come to the end of our PilatesFusion for today. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, one of these to click on or just to follow along. And we'll move from seated into our wild thing pose today. So join me there if you would like. And see you soon. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day.